Okay, now we'll move to third problem. Okay, so third problem is given a string. Okay, now we are going to sort the string, sort word and plus number also. Okay, so output should be 11th, 8. Each word is followed by. Okay, so this number. So int main of. Okay, so get str of 1000 and we'll have result array to display this and int word array. So we need two arrays, word array and number array, right? So word of 100 and num of 100. Okay, so now for index is equal to 0. Okay, and w index is also equal to 0 and index plus plus. Okay, now we'll store the values in word array and also the number array. Okay, so for word of your w index, okay, word of your w index is equal to index. Okay, now in word array, okay, so w index is initially 0, right? So w word of 0 So third problem is sort word and number in a given string. Okay, so let me take an input. Okay, so input is consist of both word and the number. Okay, so each word is followed by a number. Okay, so let me take hi, 23, 32, and okay, and it is 10, right? So 10, 12. So first digit is 1, first digit is 1, and 1 is present in 20th index, so it be 20. Now we have the corresponding index for this word array and the number array also. So this is your word array, so this is your 0th index, first index, and index. Okay, so it is your index value. Okay, and for this also 0, 1, 2, and this is also your index value for your number array, and this is the index value for your word array. Okay, so let me make this. Okay, now first we'll solve up to this. Okay, okay, so we'll get a char str of 1000 and result array to store the result string. So result of 1000. Okay, now we have two arrays, right? One is a word array and the number array. So word of 100 and num of 100. Okay, now get the input from the user, percentage. So we need to get the string, right, along with the spaces. So we need to give the delimiter not slash n s comma s. Now get the input from the user. Okay, now what we need to do after getting the input from the user, first step is we need to store the starting letter in the word index and the number index as well, right? So for index is equal to 0 and word index is equal to 0, index plus plus. Okay, now for word of w index is equal to index. Okay, so here we have spaces, right? So a word space a number, next space a word space and the number, right? So first we'll store the first letter of a word in the word index, word array. Okay, next if it reaches, okay, once if it reaches space, next we need to go for the number array. Okay, so we'll go up to if str of index, okay, not equal to space and index plus plus. Okay, so in the same way for your number array, so num of w index, now see word of w index, right? So what is in w index? 0. So now word of 0 is equal to index. Now what is your index value here? Index value is 0, so word of 0th index will be 0. Okay, so word of 0th index will be 0. Okay, so in the next step, okay, for the next iteration, str of index. Now what is an str of 0? H. So it is not equal to null. So now index should be incremented. Now index is 0 plus plus will be 1. Now what is an str of 1? Str of 1 is 8 is not equal to space. And then incremented. Now is your index value is 2. Now what is an str of 2? I. So it is also not equal to space. Now once if it is equal to 3, Okay, now what is an str of 3? Space. Okay, now str of 3 not equal to space. So in str of 3 we have space, right? So space not equal to space, condition false. Now what is your index value? Now index value is 3, right? Now we need to store, okay, num of 0th index is 4. Now we have the index value as 3, right? So whatever the index value, num of w index is equal to plus plus your index. So now your index value is 3, right? So plus plus 3 will be 4. Now what is the num of 0? Is 4. So here we need to check again also. Here also, if a word is completed, if a number is completed, we need to go for again a space and then the next word, right? So and one more thing for number. Okay, so at last for number we have a null character, right? So for number we have both space and the null character, so we need to check this also for the last number. Okay, so here index str of your index not equal to space and your str of index, okay, not equal to null. Okay, and then index should be implemented. Okay, now see str, now we have number array, right? So num of 0 we have 4. So in num of 0 we have 4, and then index will be incremented to 5. Okay, now what is in sorry, what is the num of 4? We have 2, so it is not equal to space, and then index will be incremented. Now it is 5. Now what is an str of 5? 3. It is also not equal to space and not equal to null. Now index will be incremented to 6. Now what is an str of 6? Now in str of 6 we have a space. So now space is not equal to space. Condition true or false. So next, once if it is false, okay, now we've stored first word starting letter in the word index and the first number starting digit in the number array. Okay, now next we need to store in first index, right? So now here w index plus plus. Okay, so the same thing is going to repeat. If now we need to stop if your str of index, if it is equal to null, we need to break the entire loop. Okay, now see your, now what is your w index value? W index value is initially 0, right? So 0 plus plus will be 1. So now, okay, now str of 1 is not equal to null, so again index will be incremented. Now what is your index value? Index value is 6, right? Now it is going to be 7. Now word of, now what is your w index value? It is 1. So in word of 1 is equal to 7. Okay, now what is an str of 7? H. So that will be stored, I mean 7 will be stored in word of first index. So this is going to be repeated until it reaches the null character. Okay, now we'll print this. Okay, so print of for index is equal to 0. So this w index will have the number of words word is high, right? So again we need to compare this high with the next word also. So now again we need to compare this high with the next letter is and. Now compare. Now here what is an str of 0 h? Now in str of 16 we have a, right? Now a, is it less than h? Yes, a, is it less than h? So this is going to be the first word of compare. If your num value is initially 0 and number is also initially 0. Okay, now we print this. Percentage is comma, sorry, percentage b your minimum and your number. 23, 32, 23 less than 32, 32, and then 23 with 12, and then 12 will be minus 1. Next it is comparing with 23 and 32. Okay. Now we have 12, right? So 12 is the smallest number. So the value will be 2. 23, 22, 0. Okay, everything's fine, then why it is not printing? Out of 9. Okay. Everything is fine. So result R index value is initially 0, then why it is not printing? So str of none plus your index value. Okay. What is your count value? Count value is 3. So less than, up to less than, sorry, less than 3. Something is happening here. Okay, minimum value is 0, so if it is minus 1 it will be automatically incremented. Now again we are going to compare it with word. Okay, then 23, 42, 18, So I enter hi, hello, and it will be 12, 23, and 32.